You're listening to the B2B Growth Think Tank, the show that brings you the virtual hot seat where each week my expert guests and I help another business leader by masterminding actionable solutions to a specific challenge they're currently trying to solve in their business. So if you're looking for answers to a specific challenge that you're facing, that if you could solve in the next 90 days would have a huge impact on your growth, send it in to thinkttank@thinklikeafish.co.uk and we'll see if we can feature you on the show. My name is Adam King, your host and the captain of the ship at growth consultancy Think Like a Fish. And if you're ready to rethink what's possible for your business and discover the growth strategies, advice and insight to turn this new vision into a reality, let's get started. Well, hello, welcome to the B2B Growth Think Tank. It's been a little while since I've put something out, and for those who have been sort of following, that's due to the injury I had to my neck, which I'm pleased to say is starting to improve, and I'm doing more and more, and all the rest of it. So I thought what I would start to do is get back into a little bit of the podcasting. So while I am not yet interviewing guests on the show, what I thought I'd do is sort of pull something out of some of the things that I've got elsewhere and repurpose it into a few episodes coming up over the next few days and weeks. So what I've got for you here is I'm going to be sharing with you how to use the one marketing strategy that consistently outperforms everything by a long way so that you can 10x your business growth. Now, that is a bold promise, yet I know it's 100% true, and that's why I can say it with absolute confidence, because the strategy that I'm going to be covering over the next few episodes is strategic alliances. Now, using my fishing analogy, it is a strategy that gets you to be invited to fish in other people's ponds full of hungry fish, because essentially what happens is the more lines you have in these ponds that you're invited into, the better your odds are of catching a lot of fish. And this is seriously powerful. I've seen this approach work time and time again, in my sort of 18 years plus in marketing. And when you get this right, it beats any advertising strategy, it eats funnels for lunch, and you can get started for literally zero cost. So what you're about to hear is the first of a series of videos that I actually recorded, and it's up on the YouTube channel as well, but I thought I'd put them here onto the podcast as well. So if they sound a little bit different, it's just because they were recorded a while ago and put up on they reference the videos and stuff, but you can go and watch the video version if you wish to on the YouTube channels. But feel free to do that, but obviously you are here listening, so why don't I stop rambling and get into the good stuff. So here's the first episode on the power of strategic alliances. What is a strategic alliance, and why is it the marketing strategy that consistently outperforms everything by a long way? I'm going to give you a quick explanation as to what a strategic alliance is and why they're so powerful for growing any business. And before the end, I'm going to tell you that why using strategic alliances is effectively like having self-funded quantum growth. So what I want to cover first is that strategic alliances are so effective because one of the most reliable ways to grow your business, right, is to get others to help grow it for you. Now, you might be thinking, well, why would anybody else want to help grow your business, right? Well, it's quite simple. Basically, by helping them grow theirs too. Now, in simple terms, this means creating relationships with specific people and businesses that sell to the same buyers as you do, but offer a totally different solution, right? Now, this means that you don't compete with each other, you complement each other, right? Now, the reason strategic partners are so effective can be summed up with, I guess, my own little twist on a well-versed saying, and that is, give a man to fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. But leverage a crew and you'll feed the entire village for generations. Now, obviously, we're not talking about fishing and just feeding people fish here. I want to actually get it back to businesses, right? But this is what you're doing with a strategic alliance. You're essentially leveraging a crew. So applying this concept to a business, right? A strategic alliance, it's a agreement or an arrangement that will be of mutual benefit between two or more people, businesses or companies, basically your crew, right, who have complementary resources or assets that can be leveraged. Now, you might be thinking, what do I mean by resources or assets? Well, what I mean is things like products, services, machinery, equipment, buildings, unused capacity, a client list, a prospect list, mailing list, something that can be leveraged by the owner or whoever approaches the owner with a strategic alliance proposal. Now, an ideal partnership, right, in one of these, you benefit not only from adding value to your customers, but lowering costs as well. And that's why every strategic alliance partnership is ultimately an act of leveraging cost versus return. Now, before I finish, I did promise to tell you that the reason why using strategic alliances is effectively like having self-funded quantum growth. So what I want you to do is just think, right, what would happen to your growth if you could regularly get in front of 100, 1,000, 10,000 or 100,000 ideal potential clients? And you could do all of this without spending a penny on advertising. And you can add entirely new revenue streams to your business without having to add any additional overhead or even fulfill on the product or deliver a product or service, right? Well, that is what you can do with strategic alliances and why it's the marketing strategy that consistently outperforms everything by a long way. So that's it for this episode. I hope you found it valuable. I hope you got some great ideas that you can take away and apply to your business to help you grow. If you did, please share it with somebody else that might also find this valuable, because they will thank you for it. Also, to let you know that I have a podcast gift page where I put a lot of resources that I love to share with my listeners. You can find the links to join the Facebook community there, and you can get my book, The Conversational Relationship Marketing, and the audiobook version, all for free, plus a number of other resources I'll be adding over time on that page. So make sure you head there to thinklikeafish.co.uk/podcast gift, and you can help yourself to the things that make most sense to you. And if you have enjoyed the show, please make sure you're subscribed. You'll get updated as the new episodes come out. And finally, last favor, please consider giving the show your honest rating and review on Apple Podcasts. I read every single one. They mean the world from me. I love hearing from my listeners, and it does help others find the show as well. So if you want to go and do that, I'd really appreciate it. Until next time, have an awesome day, and we'll speak soon.